I'm from Wisconsin. So being from Wisconsin, we actually have a state of, what is it? Uh, a well-known state attraction, Wisconsin Dells. Wisconsin Dells is the is the is the parable that the Lord showed me about this, because there's so many previous teachings about end times. And I don't even know how I got into end times. I'll go into that later. I kind of do, but I don't want to get into that. As I go into this, I see um, signs. We all see signs. A lot of people don't know that these are signs that they're looking at. But the one thing that I know about Wisconsin Dells is that as you are planning a trip to Wisconsin Dells, you know it's there, but you never see it. You know it's there, but you never see it. So you plan your trip, you get in your car, you pack up, and you get to moving. You go west. As you go west, you start seeing the mile markers for Wisconsin Dells. Okay, you keep going and you start to see a billboard here and there. You, for those of you who don't know Wisconsin Dells, you do know Boomland down in Missouri. So think of it the same way. You see the mile marker first, and then you start seeing the billboards. And you keep driving, and past the billboards, guess what you see? You arrive to your final destination. So here we have a destination. We have a destination timeline, and it is emerging with fierce reality. Okay, like in your face, hit you in your face. Welcome, the welcome signs are going off. We're past the mile markers, and we're seeing billboards we don't even know what we're seeing. Okay, now the reason why that's important is because the individuals who knew it was there and perhaps were only seeing the mile markers, we're going to take this out in years. Okay, so look at the teachings that came from end times 25 years ago. Think about end time teaching 50 years ago. Think about end times teaching 75, 100 years ago. Guess what? They weren't seeing the mile marker, they weren't seeing the billboards, but they knew it was there and they had heard about it through the Bible. But they weren't there. So they could only tell you pretty much third hand what was going on. And the closer we get to the destination, the more we can really accurately describe what's going on here. So now, if you look back in Daniel, Daniel says something happened to Daniel was really interesting. The angel gave Daniel all of these things, go ahead in the last days, people are going to go to and fro, knowledge is going to be increased, these things. And Daniel was like, wait, tell me when these things will be again. And the angel told him, he said, shut up the book. He said, no, he said, seal this book up until the time of the end. I fully believe that the book that he sealed up, yeah, that's the seven seals. They being unsealed right now, right? It's important because he reserved certain revelations to individuals that will reside in those times. God bless everybody who gave a stab at the end times, because times have always been troublous just because of the fact that sin resides in the earth. I don't care if it was the 1600s, the 1400s. We know slavery existed then. We know slavery existed back when Pharaoh had took the children of Egypt. Sin has always done what it's done. But now we're closer to the end, and we are seeing things up front. We actually have a front row seat to the beginning of sorrows. So now I submit that because a lot of people are like, no, that's not what they've been teaching in church. They don't even teach on the end times in church. Do you know that? When is the last time you've actually heard someone challenge you to get ready to maybe perhaps have to give your life for Jesus Christ? What would happen if you had to come up against taking a bullet for Jesus? What happens if someone tells you you have to denounce your faith in Christ or else you can't keep your house? What would you do if these things that are so important to you and your faith in Jesus Christ were put at odds against each other? What would you choose Christ or would you choose your life? And see what has been taught, and this is what I gotta give credit to the enemy for, because he's the master deceiver. The one thing that he has done in the Christian church is to make us think that we gonna have it easy in the end times. But I'm telling you, there's a reason why my book is called The Fifth Seal. It scared, it literally scared the hell out of me. I'm gonna say it like that. It's some terrifying things going on up in this Bible, and Christians are going to be the star of it.